found a bed. Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Courtney. We are currently making over my master bedroom and I am so excited. Last week we painted the cabinets. They still need a second coat. I literally just posted last week's video and then I found a bed on Marketplace and my husband ran out the door. So we painted the cabinets, we added wall molding, painted the walls, everything like I said, still needs a second coat. There's still little details. So I've been looking for a long time for a bed. And it's really hard to find an ornate bed on Marketplace that is a queen. I found so many beautiful full-size beds, but my husband said we couldn't do that because there was this one, I'll insert a picture if I can still find it. It was just the most beautiful wood tone color. It had the most ornate carvings. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was stunning, but it was a full. And our mattress is very heavy and I don't think that it would have worked on that bed, just to have like a 3-inch overhang. So anyways, we decided, well, not we, my husband did. I was like, you know what, like I sleep very close to the edge. I'm like a stomach sleeper. Like I'm not spread out. I think that this could work, but he said no. So anyways, I did end up finding another one that is very beautiful. I'm hoping we can keep it the way it is, but depending on once we get it in the room and see what it looks like, I don't know if I'll need to refinish it or not. I don't know. Apparently it's very heavy, so I hope that means it's solid wood. I literally was just like, I've been looking for so long. This one kind of fits a lot of the criteria. It's not antique, so boo. But again, it's been very, very difficult because the beds that are antique are 4-poster beds, which is beautiful, but it's not what my husband wanted. I did find one that was $75. Gorgeous. It was really pretty. It was pretty. Okay, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it was like a really good compromise, especially for $75, but it was 2 hours away and my husband doesn't like the 4-poster bed. So we didn't do it. Here I go talking again, you guys. I just get into it. I just want to talk to you. And most people are like, no, you can't do that for YouTube. You have to like jump in and get people going. So anyways, all that being said, my husband was like, hey, I'm gonna go get the bed. How about you clear out the room and make room for it? I was like, say what now? It's Sunday. It's my day of rest. It's when I read and I fall asleep. But he's right. So we are going to clear everything out from under the bed. How am I supposed to get it ready when this mattress weighs 7,000 pounds? He's like, what if we have the bed out of the way and move that one? There's no way. This mattress is made of 100% like organic latex. I don't even know. It weighs 1,000,000 pounds. 1,000,000 pounds. You'll see when we try to move it. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything out from under the bed. So when he comes, we can move the mattress. And then I do want to quickly mop the floors and get this rug as rolled up as I can because I feel like that's what's contributing to like a lot of the dust, you guys can tell. Anyways, let's keep moving. Okay, lots to do. Well. Same bed, different day. So my husband drove over an hour to pick up this bed, the lovely man, on a Sunday. Normally we take Sundays very chill and, you know, the bed didn't fit. So I've been looking for a long time for a bed. This was a large sleigh bed, which wasn't my first choice, but it did have some character and it kind of mimicked the one that I was telling you guys about. And so I thought, you know what, like, let's just do this because I'm desperate. And so he drove an hour, didn't fit. We have fold down seats in the van, so everything that I've ever needed has fit, like 4x8 beadboard sheets have fit. I mean, all of the furniture, everything. And so I just didn't question it really. I was like, I think that will be fine. Didn't fit. So he drove the hour back. Poor man. Poor man. And yeah, he was really good about it. I felt horrible though, because I was like, you just wasted 2 hours of your Sunday, like wasted. He's like, the people were really nice and all this stuff. But honestly, I think it's for the best, because even he came home and he's like, you know, like it was a beautiful bed, but it was thick. Like the slate part of it was very thick. And so he's like, I think it just would have taken up so much visual space and space in general. And we have that space, and it's only a queen, it's not a king, but still he was just like, I think it was for the best. So, back to square one. I was on Facebook Marketplace again though, and I found a gorgeous mirror. And the guy is taking a minute to get back to me, but I'm supposed to go pick it up at 6:30 if all goes well. So just prayers that it does, because it is so beautiful, so stunning. Really good price too. Again, I'll share that more when I get it. And then there is another bed that I found much closer, and it's $100. The other one was $300. So really good. And I think I can even like tailor it to be even more beautiful, but the woman won't answer me. I messaged her 21 minutes after she posted it, and I was like, hey, like I've got cash, I can come tomorrow morning. Didn't answer. Messaged her at 5:30 this morning and said, hey, I've got cash, I can come today, like let me know. And she hasn't gotten back to me, so no fun. But anyways, we'll see what happens with that. Brad's like, you know, our bed's fine. I'm like, our bed's not fine. I got it on Amazon really cheap, and it squeaks because it's metal and I want wood. So we'll keep looking for that. In the meantime, I am doing a second coat of paint on the trim. I've already got this wall done. And then I had left you can't see here, but I had left the baseboards and the windows, all 5 of them, 5 windows. I left them with the Drift of Mist trim paint that I used last time. And I was just deciding if I wanted to do accessible beige or if I wanted to do the same color as the walls. And I think I want to do the same color as the walls. Reason being, because I eventually in the new year want to strip these small windows. I just think it'd be a really pretty pop. But anyways, I'm not stripping those. At least not in the next 2 years. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and be painting the trim as well as I move along. And then I have a meeting at 1:30, and it's like a big meeting, and I'll hopefully be able to share more about that later. But like, you know, when you have something, an appointment, are you the type of person who's like, I can't do anything? Like I feel so like, is it time? Like it's 3 hours away, but like, is it time? So like, that's what I've been like all morning. I feel like I've done nothing, but this is like the day I need to crank stuff out. I also can't find my push thing to fix this door to make it look more hidden. We're good, guys. We're good. We are so good. I'm like motivational and like inspiring, and like, you guys, it's easy, right? No, you guys, this is real life. This is real life. You try to find stuff on Facebook Marketplace, it takes forever. Try to find your push pin for your Amazon and you can't find it. Okay, I'm gonna go paint. Sorry about that. My son woke me up multiple times last night because he wanted stuffed animals. Okay, so anyways, we're cool. We are so chill, and we're just gonna paint, and we've got plenty of time before that meeting, so yay. Also, there's no room for this downstairs because of Christmas, so just ignore it. What's going on? That's a question I'm asking myself. You guys, I found a really pretty bed, $100. We're gonna make it beautiful, and I have to sand it and stain it, it's fine. And then I found a gorgeous mirror, and I will tell you the story of how I thought I was gonna get murdered. It's totally fine, I'm here, we're alive. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do the second coat of paint on these. I have a lot of little things on these that I kind of hid from you guys, like didn't quite paint all the backs of the doors. So we're gonna do that. I just want to check off all the little things. I want to see if we can figure out this door handle today. Oh, my husband found it last night. Where'd he put it? Anyways, gotta find that again. We're gonna figure out if we can get rid of the door handle, do a latch. Some people told me about hidden hinges, which I knew about, just hadn't really fully looked into things. It's totally fine. So I might wait on the hinges. Like it's not the end of the world to me if I don't get those done, but good to know. I do want to get the door situated though, and I want to get the rest of the trim on the door. Sorry if I'm talking too fast, but I'm like, it's already 11 o'clock, and I did like half Christmas this morning, and now I'm doing this room. We're gonna paint the trim on the windows. I'm now realizing my list is longer than I thought. Clean up, and then hopefully we can move on to the mantle. And then once we figured out the mantle and the trim above it, then we can move on to the bed, and kind of all in between that as well. Once the little things are done, figuring out where we want the desk, where we want the mirror. It's so pretty, I'm so excited. So anyways, I'm gonna sand though. You wanna sand between coats, and I didn't know this because this is my first time doing this, but when I did my cabinets for the kitchen and I painted them, they were already like super smooth. So I just lightly sanded, painted on top, lightly sanded, painted on top. And then when I did my mom's, they were MDF, and so they were already smooth, and so I didn't need to sand first. The plywood, I should have sanded it all before I put anything on because it was just slightly raised, but I just didn't realize because it feels smooth. But I probably should have done just like a quick 220 on the plywood before I put them up here and painted them. Hindsight's 2020. I'm learning, I'm telling you. So they do, Brad, when I first painted them, he was like, oh, like it's not like that, like they look like they're gonna be smooth, but they just have like a little bit of grit. When you paint them too as well, when you paint wood, the grit kind of comes out a little bit as well. And so the grain, sorry, not the grit, this is the grit. The grain comes out a little bit as well. We're good. I thought something was coming out of my wall. So anyways, I am just going over, normally you would do like a light sand. I'm going a little bit harder than normal. This is 240. This is not the one you're supposed to use, but it's all I had. And I'm just going over it all really quick before I do the second coat of paint on here. And then I also, all the things, you guys. So because I used plywood, that's where they put all the wood and like put it together and they put a nice veneer on top. I'm going to use my edge banding and I'm going to, can you see this? I'm going to iron this on and it's going to give us a nice clean finished look, because even though I'm going to paint it, you're still going to see those lines. So I just want it to look as polished as possible. So here we go. Alright, you guys, I have walked away from this project for like a week. I think this has been sitting on my porch. I just was like, I can't think about it right now. But I'm truthfully so thankful that I stripped it when I did. But I feel bad that I've left it here. Sorry. So now I'm just gonna go in with my dental kit and clean my teeth. Just kidding. The dental, oh my gosh, try to stab me. You're so rude. I'm gonna go in with this dental kit. It's perfect to get in all of these little grooves of the paint here. If I find that I'm having a hard time, I'll just apply some more citrus strip and let it sit, and then I'll do that wet. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then I honestly, you guys, I'm gonna give it a light sand. It's actually so much lighter than I thought it was gonna be, which is amazing. It's a beautiful color. I really like the color. Oh, I was gonna use a different stain, but now I'm like, I kinda like the color. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. But anyways, but we're basically just gonna get the little bits of paint off and then lightly sand. But because we're either gonna do this color or a bit darker, I really don't need to sand it down, which is amazing. Amazing, amazing. We'll just kind of like smooth it out because the wood get a little damaged. Anyways, that's what we're gonna do. I'll link this down below. This is the dental kit, and then I also use carbide scrapers is what they're called. They're like sharp, so then you can just pull and get your stain off. And I will be wearing a mask and eye protection, gloves, and all the things. Safety first. as annoying to paint as you think it is. All right, y'all, I feel like I'm gonna race against life, but I had first coat on the trim and second coat on the baseboard, so I just need to do the windows and the crown molding again, and it takes so much longer than you think it will, but feeling good, that's a lie. And now we are going to do the door. So I left this like it was last week because I wasn't ready yet and I lost this. And so we're gonna take off the doorknob, we're gonna put a piece of trim all the way across, which will hopefully cover the majority of the hole, so hopefully I don't have to really patch that. It'd be really great. And then we're gonna try, this is like a push pin. Let me show you guys. This is like a pushy thing, and it comes with a magnet that'll go on the door. And so that way when you push the door, it opens and closes. And I pray to God, that's easy and it's simple. That's the goal. Pray it works. I have no clue. We're just kind of figuring this out as we go. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna start by taking off the doorknob. I think that that would be best. So then that way it's not like latching as we do this. All right. Time for surgery. Big scary attic. Okay, so it looks like it should be fairly simple. I'm just gonna install it on the door framey thingy here. There's a word for it. Yeah, I think that should be good. The screws are very tiny. Pray for me. Ow! So little problem, the magnet's not super strong. Like right now we're attached. When I go to push it closed, it doesn't hold the door. So this is closed. That's open. Part of the issue is this door isn't perfect. It's already like bowed a little bit anyways, but this is too big of a gap. I want it tighter. But I can definitely feel like the tension of the door regardless, like wanting to pop out. So I feel like I would need a really heavy duty magnet. The good news though is that like it does catch. Stay right there. It does catch, so at least like the door's not gonna swing open. Maybe it will. It's a really light magnet. Okay, so we're gonna figure that out. Worst case scenario, what I can do is just find like the world's smallest little latchy latch and put a white one right here. Or like even right above the trim where you wouldn't see it. This is probably gonna be covered by a picture or a mirror. Anyways, and so it's not the end of the world, but I do want it to close. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on and we'll come back to that. All right, so where I took the door trim off, unfortunately, you guys, if you remember from last week, they didn't have the baseboards go all the way to the door. Lovely. So I need to fill in like the most random pieces. So I actually just have like less than 1/4 inch thick wood that I cut down. And I'm gonna layer it and create my own little baseboard. And we'll do some, I know! We'll do some wood filler and sand it, and hopefully you won't really notice it.
Pieces that you just had.
No, sorry.
I need pieces of the door handle. Mom, this can fit on the door.
Ah! Careful! You don't want to know how I cut this piece of wood. You also don't want to know that I don't use my brain apparently, because the way I cut this wood was very unsafe. And then I just trimmed it with these and I was like, I could have literally cut, it's so thin I could have cut it with these. But anyways, the whole point of this is that I'm going to put this in the hole, and then I'm going to put the trim on top of it, like so. And then I'm just going to wood fill here. Figuring out as we go. Oh shit, don't break the door. I want to patch more than I need to, you know? Okay. Okay. Lies, but now. You guys can probably tell from that putting this on that this is much lower, which if you notice, I didn't paint or wood fill or caulk this because when I was doing these boards, I realized these boards were off and I actually had to lift these all up. Like, not this much. I don't know why this is so drastic. It could be because I had Harvey helping me hold it and maybe I wasn't paying attention. That's at like right at 39. That's not right at 39. So let this be your sign. If you have to work with the door, you guys saw that I was like, oh, I'll do the door last. And I went from here to here. We're working with an older home, and even if you weren't, you never know if your floors are even off by 1/4 of an inch is gonna make a difference. Obviously here, this just obviously got messed up. So if you're working with a door, make sure that you are doing it from the left all the way to the right so you can continue that level line, unlike myself. So now I gotta take this out. I gotta find my hammer. I had one of you point out to me last week that I missed above the door, and you're right, I totally did. So the only stinky thing about this though is that the door is blocked by this box, which I think has electrical or something in it, maybe a pipe, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it to the door anyways, or sorry, to the trim. And then if you saw all the way around the room, I did a spacer. This is how much, I think it's like 2.5 or 2 3/4. I think it's 2 3/4. I did this as my spacer between the wall and the first piece of trim, but because I have an actual visual representation, I'm gonna go and do the trim around the trim of the door as opposed to the trim on the wall, because it would make it bigger than this and I feel like that would look weird. So just sometimes you have to break the rules a little bit in order to make it look visually correct. Wait, I needed that. Okay, you guys, I've gotten so many little things checked off the list. It feels so good. I do still want to try and get to the mantle, even though I'm losing daylight. It's 4 o'clock. But now we're going to go ahead and hang the curtains. These are from 2 Pages. You guys know I love 2 Pages. We have used them in almost every room in our house now. And the ones I had before were just Amazon. They worked fine, but there's just something about a pleated curtain that has my heart now, you guys. And they're just custom made and beautiful. You guys know that you can choose your color, your pattern, your shape, your design, your length, your width, all of it completely custom. And I always have a coupon code and a link down below so you guys can check them out. But I got this one in the same color that I did the Roman shades, which are currently off because those windows are wet. But we're gonna go ahead and hang these up. And I'm so excited. And yes, it's very neutral, you guys. Like I told you, this is hotel vibes. Hotel vibes of just white, especially with how busy this time of year has been right now. I just feel like this. Just heaven on earth, you guys. It looks like I'm in like an angel sanctuary with how bright and cream it is right now, but that's exactly what I want. I love it. So we're gonna add in the artwork. We're gonna add it all in, don't worry. But it is gonna be very neutral. I know, it's not bold. You guys are kind of used to me doing color now, but like, this is what I want. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hang these curtains. Big thank you to 2 Pages for sending these to me. They were gifted. I'm so thankful. My own pair in my own room, and I'm so excited. So let's go ahead and hang these up. Don't tell me I forgot to order the rings for it again. I did this every time. Don't ask where I got these.
Over there.
You do?
Yeah.
just gonna do a light sanding on this mantle. I don't need to get all the stain off. The mantle. The heck you are.
Can I see back here? Is there a flashlight?
The church bells are chiming, you guys. The mantle is sanded. It is beautiful. Honestly, when I had it outside yesterday, 2 days ago, what day is it? I really love the wood tone of it. I was like, this is actually really pretty. Do I want to stain this? Do I not? And I brought it in the room and I was like, oh, it looks like a piece of unfinished furniture. This could look beautiful in someone else's home. But then I brought it in here and it just doesn't look right. So we are going to be staining it. I'm still up for debate of what color stain I want to do. But you guys, the mantle is beautiful and all. Remember how I hinted at you that Facebook Marketplace find that was phenomenal that I needed to show you? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. No, it's not these slippers. Bum bum ba bum ba bum bum bum. Bum bum ba bum ba bum bum bum. Can you even my throat's cut. Can you even with this mirror? Okay, so it's not an antique. I don't think it's made from wood. But look at all that detail. Look at all that carving. Faux carving, whatever it is. Can you even ignore any mess you see in the reflection or around? But can you even? Look at it. I got this for... Are you ready? Are you ready? Hang on. Okay, you guys remember how I said I was looking for a bed? And in the meantime, I was also looking for a mirror. And I really, in my mind, I was thinking of something with some curved detail because you guys know we have a lot of rectangular shapes and squares going on in this room, just with the windows and with the windows and the molding and the boxes. So I really wanted some softness to this space. And so I was looking, and I told you, I think I said last week, where everything was thousands of dollars. The Anthropology one, gold. I really would have loved gold in here because I feel like we're gonna have some wood going on with the bed and the side tables and the desk. And so I felt like gold would have been really nice, but you know what? It's okay. So anyways, I was searching and then I was thinking, can I DIY something? Can I cut my own arch mirror? There's a guy who makes mirrors at a rectangle. Could he do an arch? He couldn't. Can I get one and add decals to it? Anyways, on there every day, every couple hours, looking, and then bam! This beauty just pops out of nowhere for $125. Immediately message, hi, can I pick up? An hour and a half away. Ugh, stinks, but gorgeous, I'll do it. He was slow to respond, and meanwhile, I'm like, hello, please pick up. And finally he messaged, and he said that he could do it the next day, but at 6:30. My husband couldn't do it. If you follow me on Instagram, you know where this is going. I thought I was going to be murdered, but it was all my brain. It wasn't the guy. He was totally nice. Long story short, I had to go because Brad couldn't. And so I'm driving there an hour and a half, and first half of the way you're listening to a podcast and you're like, ooh, yay, got time to myself and I can think, and I'm just sitting. And then about half an hour before I got there, I was like, what if he murders me? Like, what if he does the unthinkable and I'm dead? And so my brain started to get scared, really, really scared. And I was like, okay, in my head, and I whispered it really softly because I really wanted this mirror. So I was like, God, if he's gonna murder me, like make a deer go in the road. But like, I didn't really want it to happen because I really wanted the mirror. So no deer crosses the road. So I was like, okay. Driving 20 minutes later, dead deer splat everywhere. Not my car, just already dead, but like ripped to shreds, and like fresh carcass, the most fresh I've ever seen in my life. I was like, swerve to avoid it. Okay, God, that's not exactly what I prayed for, but also that is a very dead deer in the middle of the road. Mind you, it's country, it's dark, so my brain's like, we're fine. We're fine. It's not what I prayed for, we're fine. Pull into the man's driveway, dark road, houses are far apart, country. 2 deer, bam, staring me in the face, except they're fake. They're fake on his property, and I was so scared. I was so scared. I was like, what in the world, Lord? What in the world? Specifically pray for a deer, and there's 2 of them right there. Like, what? But again, it wasn't exactly what I prayed for. But I was terrified, and this has never happened. I'm normally not scared. I don't normally go somewhere in the middle of the night, but my brain was a-running. And so I backed my van up, so that way if he came and I felt something was wrong, I could just zoom off across his lawn and escape into the wilderness without my mirror, unfortunately. Called my husband on the phone, told my sister my location, while the guy was there, so that way I could be like, hey, like if you're gonna do something, someone else is gonna know. But anyways, I feel bad now, and obviously you can't feel bad. That's the whole point, woman. You find yourself in a situation and your gut is like, that's the thing. It wasn't my gut, it was my head. But because I've had that before where I'm like, this isn't right. This was me just getting in my head. Too long of a drive and too dark and too tired. But I felt bad because he was like, oh, you want to come in and see? I was like, no, just bring in the car. He's like, you don't want to look at it? I was like, nope. For an hour and a half, I'm not getting murdered in your house, so bring that out to me. His wife was home, but the lights were off in the house. Woman, turn the lights on. I would have been less scared. Anyways, it's my own fault. But we got the mirror, all that being said. So she's a beauty, like I said, not an antique. I don't think it's made of wood. I think it's made of something, plastic, something. Anyways, but it's gorgeous. And for the price, $125, yes. So now, you guys, as we wrap up today's video, I want to quickly, not quickly, nothing's ever quick, but we need to figure out placement. So I want to move this mirror. Truth be told, I really was thinking of the mirror over here because, why? Oh, because I have 2 pieces of artwork that I want to put up and I want one above the fireplace, possibly, because I already have a mirror. I'm not going to do a mirror on the fireplace, so it has to be artwork, and I have art. So I didn't want to do the desk here with the art above it and then art above the fireplace. That felt very the same, like a brown thing with gold art on top. So I wanted the mirror over there. However, I feel like it would obviously do better on this wall because it covers more of the wall, and it would be, it's not easy to slide, it's heavy, but you could just move it over if we needed it. And then it's just like beautifully visual, a beautiful visual in the sense that if I'm like, hey guys, buy my sweater from Target, then I could have a beautiful mantle behind me. So before I move the mirror though, I'm gonna try moving the desk over here and see what we think. Also know that there are still little things. The door still needs some touch up. So you're gonna see some stuff. Like I need some more trim on the bottom of the door. I have to go get that. There's still little things. Hardware is coming today for the cabinets though, so exciting. So I'm thinking next week's video might be the end. Because I have the rug already, I have the bedding, I have the bed, I have to DIY it. And then we have the curtains just waiting on my brass rings that I forgot to order. Ceiling is here, it's ready to go up. Hardware, little things. Like I think we're almost done. I think we're almost done. I think we might make it, you guys. So anyways, all that being said though, let's see if we can get some decor up, because if we can get these things in their spots, I feel like that'll help my brain also feel better and be like, okay, we can move on to the next step. So I want to start though by moving the desk over here and seeing what that looks like first. Also, can you find the door? Where is it? You don't know, do you? I mean, obviously you can see it, but like, isn't that cool? It is. Imagine if it was. Oh my gosh, but I paid a pretty penny for this. This is like the most expensive piece of thing I've ever bought because of the frame. Oh goodness. Oh no, it's ripping it off. Okay, well it looks like I'm gonna go buy some yellow paint and become an artist. So that's fun. Oh, that's my own fault. Oh, dang it. That's what happens when you're rushing. Okay, we are totally fine. That's so sad. This is literally my inspiration for the room. Okay, again, at least it's not original. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Oh my gosh. So, this would get put like right here. Cracker snacks. Anyways, okay, walk into the room. Oh wow, a cute little desk. And a beautiful picture with a paint strip on it. I do want to get like a cuter, bigger chair. I don't know, it looked really cute in that corner though. or the mirror. Let's try the mirror. Without Brad. So if the desk is over here with the painting, then the mirror would go here. Hey guys, episode of the day. It's actually a lot of space. Sure. Oh, but then we should put the mantle over here too to get a better idea. Hang on. Whew. Oh, you're beautiful. And then artwork that was not painted on. Why can't I drop paint on this one? Although this is an original. Ah! Oh! Yes! Oh, it's cool. I don't know. But see, like, if you have the desk there with the picture, it's gonna be so matchy-matchy. What are we thinking, guys? I think there's only one way to find out. We have to put the mirror over here and see. Faces this week.
I don't know what to do.
All right, Brad and I decided mirror here. We both just think it's just such a bigger statement piece, and because the desk isn't substantial, it's really cute and small, but it looks very small, especially next to the cabinets, and so it doesn't really hold its own over here, whereas in the corner over there, it's small, and so it looks cute and cozy. I'm gonna rejig the pictures. I have a different idea now. So we are gonna put the mirror over here. So you're never gonna see this wall. It actually doesn't matter, but this was just like a nice detail and I like knowing that I did it. But I want to add, you guys see, the door won't stay closed. And so it's just because the door's old, it's bowed, and that's all there is to it. So I got a white latch that I can either use and it'll kind of be like hidden, or I got a brass one that'll be pretty. Also, my biggest fear too is that like they're actually just gonna rip out of the, like pop out. Because there is quite a bit of tension here. Ow, my knee. I think I'm gonna go brass. Why not? It's pretty. Also, my knobs came for the cabinets. Works for now. I need to put it on wheels. She's so pretty. And then we'll definitely need to figure out some kind of an anchor situation, so then that way it can clip and unclip easily. So it's safe for normal life, but also easily movable. All right, that is gonna do it for this week's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I wasn't too spastic trying to get all the things done. I do feel like I'm at a much better place going into next week. So today's Saturday. I'm gonna take the rest of the day to just piddle around, and then Sunday, day of rest, and we'll get back to it Monday with staining the mantle. The more I look at it, there's like a little bit of water damage and a lot of little nail holes, and because it was used as someone's display at an antique store. And so I'll definitely need to do some patching to that, probably using Bondo. And then we are going to install the hardware next week, which just came in. Super exciting, really affordable option from Amazon that I'll share with you. But yeah, really happy with the placement. I'm really happy with what we're gonna be doing over on that side of the wall. Still have to add trim to that wall. And then it's just pretty much the pretty details, you guys. Oh, the bed. So that'll be a big project next week. So, oh, and the ceiling. What? We're gonna do this in a week. Okay, we are, you guys. I'm confident. Also, if you missed it, I posted a surprise video. We have a Christmas home tour part 1 up. Again, you guys have given me, why does it look like my curtains are about to fall out of the wall? You guys have given me such grace with just this room and the timing and all of it. And so I was doing Christmas at the same time that I was doing this room. And so you're gonna see a little bit of that. And it's not the high, beautiful, elegant, amazing quality content that Homeworthy was, but it still, I think, is a bit cozy and festive, and I hope you enjoy it. We do the entryway, the living room, the kitchen and the landing, at least half of the landing that you guys can see because the other half has like a lot of wood trim hidden in it. But it's part 1, and then I will be doing a part 2 with the dining room. The dining room tree, you guys, it's amazing. It's beautiful. I love it. And then the kids' rooms as well. And then if this room is finished by the time I do that video, I do have most of the supplies as well as a beautiful idea for the tree in this room. And again, the painting was inspiration. Sorry, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at myself. Sorry. Anyways, so yeah, it's gonna be really beautiful. So make sure you subscribe if you aren't already so you don't miss all that. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It really helps encourage my videos to get out there. And plans for the new year to hopefully buy some new software and all the things to give you guys even better quality content, because that is my dream. Just know I wish I could do even better than what I'm doing, but you guys are always the best and so encouraging, and thanks for being here through all of my antics and stress ball situations and random weird things that I say and do, because it's who I am, you guys, and I appreciate that you accept me. I love you so much, and I will see you next Sunday, right? There's no video in between, is there? I can't remember. Anyways, you don't know this time of year. There could be a surprise video in the mix. There could not. If not, I'll see you guys next Sunday at 2 p.m. And in the meantime, I hope you're having a very wonderful time of year. Merry Christmas, and God bless you all. Bye, guys. But like, we should probably install like just like one though, you know, just to see. I already marked it out. I'm not just like a genius. Where am I? Oh. I don't have the battery in. I'm not a genius.